And one of our biblical principles, and we're going to share 12 biblical principles of discipling kids and equipping them in the church today, is the Ezekiel principle. The Ezekiel principle is a biblical picture of the throne of God, and there's water trickling from the side. And we see Ezekiel standing there on the bank, and he's looking, and there's water trickling from the side of the temple. And as it rolls out, he says, an angel appears to him, and he measures it, and it goes out, and it's ankle deep. So he's on the bank, ankle deep, knee deep, waist deep, and it got so deep that he had to swim. And so what we want to help you look at, what the Lord really showed me years ago was there's 5 spiritual dimensions of spiritual growth. Number 1 is on the bank. Most churches today do this. When you walk around, you'll see kids, I do, you watch. The leader teaches, imparts wisdom and knowledge and understanding, but does not engage them in ministry. So what we teach our leaders is this: the next step is I do, you help. So the first month or 2, as this small group leader, disciple group leader, works with kids, he understands their salvation experience, where they are in their walk with Christ. He models to them what that relationship looks like. He's quoting his verses, he's doing his Bible study, and he's showing these kids a model of leadership. The next step is he says, okay, I'm going to do it, and you're going to help me. And so he begins to assess their gifts that they have, according for that every believer has, and they begin to incorporate them into their small group Bible study. If they have the gift of teaching, they'll start helping them teach. And so the next step is you do, I help you. And so the leader begins to move them incrementally more and more to the point where they do everything and they release them. And so the ultimate goal through our 5 steps, and we'll go into more detail in our training, is the ultimate goal is number 5 is they're swimming. They're doing it themselves. And this is a picture of a little boy on the mission trip. When we go to the mission trip, they're fully released to lead the worship, the songs, the music, and they do all the teaching. And it's quite amazing to witness and to watch what the Lord does. All right. To give you an idea of what's going on in the church today, and we're going to talk about this more in our leadership, on page 59 in your book, the spiritual foundation for most children today is set by age 13. George Barna says that what a person believes by age 13 is what they'll die believing. And quite interesting is the moral foundation of a child is set between the ages of 10 and 13 years of age, which we would call preteen, the 10 to 12-year-olds. What's significant today in the church, for the first 18 years of a child's life, they sit and listen. And so as I studied this in school, I began to realize and have that aha moment. I realized that kids today are sitting for 18 years in the church, and what do we have as a result? Every church that I've been in and worked with and served with and talked to says we have major leadership voids. Well, when you teach a person that sitting and listening is normal, that's what you get. And you have people who don't understand that they have spiritual gifts, that they have value in the body of Christ today. And so the significance of what we do with L.I.T, from first grade up, we begin to move them through the Ezekiel principle. And so we incrementally move them through steps that they begin to, we equip them, we train them, we involve them in ministry, we help them find their gifts. And at that peak is the most important critical time, the 10-13 window, is we fully engage them in ministry and release them. And then when they hit the 6th grade, or it could be 5th grade in your church, we began to allow them to begin to disciple other kids. And we just saw significant growth in the lives of those kids.